Hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you another video. I want to apologise, this video is late and I never got my things I want to see in the Simpsons chapter update out. I'm going to explain why that is at the end of the video. I don't want to have it at the start of the video because it's a bit depressing. But anyway, let's get into the video. So we of course got a brand new mini event. So this is pretty cool. This came obviously straight after the Springfield Jobs update was wrapped up. And of course, it's a Who Shot Mr. Burns in brackets part 3. I've talked about this before, and I predicted they'd probably do it sometime in the future, and they did do it, which, I was right. No, I'm joking, but it's a pretty neat update, and I'm glad that they've finally done like an old episode tie-in, if you want, or a mini event on this episode, because this is one of the greatest episodes of The Simpsons by far. This has got some of the best. It was revolutionary when they first did it. So I'm really glad that they obviously did go along and actually give us this. So let's talk about obviously the update. So first of all, let's talk about the structure. So of course, we've got the normal sort of as normal quest line. I just want to quickly talk about this because I forgot to get a screenshot of it. The first prize, of course, was the facade for the school. You could probably see it just actually no, you can't see it in the background there. But basically, it is a decoration for the school. It's a kind of a cool decoration to have. I'm glad that they are adding building skins. I do like building skins. I don't want too many. I was a bit overwhelmed with all the Christmas ones, but I'm glad that they are giving us a few here and there. I do like this one. Then we get this kind of I don't even know what to call it. This sort of this mess pit or something that Mr. Burns has an animation for it. Then we have an animation for Mr. Burns in that thing. Then I think it's a let me just double check, but basically it's after the thing you get the sun blocker, which of course was in the episode, which is kind of a really awesome decoration to get. Then you get an animation with Mr. Burns fighting Maggie, and then you get an animation and decoration for the final thing, which of course is the sundial, and the animation is Mr. Burns dead on the sundial, or dying on the sundial, or got shot as it's called. So 5 prizes. I'm a little bit annoyed that they gave us essentially 3 animations of prize. I'll let them off with the final one. That one's okay, because of course that's kind of the big thing that happens in the episode. So I was expecting them to give us the sundial and Mr. Burns, the animation. I'm okay with that being the final prize. I'm not too annoyed. A little bit again, it's kind of thing because they kind of they combined a lot of elements with the whole cryptocurrency thing, and I'll talk about that in detail in a second, but let's get on to characters. So we only got one character in this update, but I was kind of we'll go to characters to do what it doesn't matter. So yeah, we only got one character in this update as a whole, and that was Dave Sutton. Really cool, or Sutton even. Really awesome character to get. Of course, he's this journalist, this kind of little bit of a sleazy journalist who goes around. Of course, he works for the Springfield Shopper. He, of course, came with the Springfield Shopper, which I'll be doing a separate video on talking about. Awesome character to get, and one I've wanted to talk for a while, and I have talked about before. So yeah, and also an interesting thing that they added in this update is when you send characters to do the jobs, which of course is the structure they do when you have these. Of course, when you send characters to earn these prizes, you of course have to actually spend cash to send the characters there. It of course isn't much cash. It's like $39, $97. It's always under $100, which of course everyone has. If you're past level 30, you have the cash to do this. Fine. I've not really got anything to say about this. I'm kind of neutral on it, to be honest. I don't really have a concern about it. I'm not bothered really, but I mean, there's nothing that amazing about it either. It was just a bit weird, really. I'm kind of I'm just don't really have anything to say about it. It's just kind of meh. I'm not bothered. I'm not overjoyed with it. I'm not happy about it, but I'm not really upset about it or anything. So yeah, I'm kind of neutral on that. It's just a bit weird. So yeah, whatever. And of course, let's just do a quick showcase for the decorations and buildings. So here on the left, you of course have that, which of course is the Springfield scale model. I forgot what that was actually. So it's of course a big thing of Springfield, which is pretty awesome. Then you have the Springfield shopper. They went with this version of the building, which is kind of cool. You have the sundial there, and then below it you have the chalked out Mr. Burns. Don't know why there's a Brazil flag there. Next to it is next to the Brazil flag and the sundial is of course the big sun blocker. I really like this sun blocker. I think it's pretty awesome decoration. And then next to that is Tres of Guevara, which unfortunately didn't come with Tito Puente. I did a video on this update before, like an idea on this video talking about it, and I said that they could do something with Tito Puente, and it would be really cool if they added him, because of course he did pass away, but they didn't. But that's okay. I'm not too concerned about that. So yeah. So just that's about it. So let's go to the final thing. This of course is the final picture we get when you obviously complete the story, and there's a few tasks after that. So I'm a little, I really like this update, and I'm glad that they did want to pay tributes to this episode, because it is a really, really awesome episode. I'm not really fussed, though, about the cryptocurrency questline. I think that was just a bit random and a bit forced, personally. It was just, I don't really know. I understand why they did it, because they needed a reason. Obviously, they always kind of need a reason to kind of why they're revisiting this kind of episode, so they need to kind of do that. It was just a bit odd, really, and I like the idea that they did like a whole part 3. I think that was interesting. But I don't know, I'm just a little bit on the side with that whole thing. The storyline as a whole was kind of funny, and it was kind of cool, and I did like it. I kind of like how they weaved in Dave Sutton as well, because this kind of, apart from Tito Puente, this episode really doesn't have any unique characters in it. It is all about the whole mystery of who killed Mr. Burns. So I'm kind of glad that they added Dave Sutton in. I think that worked pretty well. But yeah, again, it's a good update. It gets a thumbs up. It's just not a very strong thumbs up. It just barely gets one. I think I just think they could have done a bit more with it. I'm not so happy with them putting. I think one animation as a prize is enough. Maybe 2 if you're gonna give the sundial as well. I just think maybe they gave us a bit too much decoration, a bit too many animations, but. Again, I think at the same time, I'm thinking to the last update that they gave. They gave us so many characters in that last update. We really couldn't expect more than one character in this update, I think. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I just want to kind of talk about something on why I haven't really been uploading videos, so if you guys are done with this review, please do click off now, because I'm going to be talking about some kind of a little bit upsetting news that kind of happened to me. So the reason that I've not been uploaded, or at least I didn't update that, I didn't release that even, didn't release that video before with the things I want to see in Tapped Out, is unfortunately I had some really bad news. One of my roommates at uni unfortunately passed away in his sleep, so it's been really hard for me, especially dealing with that, because it's the first time I've ever really dealt with a death that, I've had family members of course died before, but I never really had a death with somebody I knew quite well. So it's been really, really hard for me, and I do apologise, because I'm trying to get these videos out for you guys anyway, but I do have uni work as well, so it's been quite overwhelming for me, so I really do apologise. So yeah. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. I try and get that things I want to see out sometime the end of this week, maybe on Sunday or Monday. Sometime then I'll try and get that things I want to see. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next video. Goodbye.